Hi, my name is Marianne Kaliche. Welcome to my channel. Okay, today I just want to teach you on the basic stitches in crocheting. For me, I learned my crocheting in YouTube, so I just feel it's also right for me to leave something there. It might help someone. Someone might learn like the way I've been learning through YouTube. Okay, so I have my crochet hook, which is 5.5 millimeter. I have some yarn here, which is chunky yarn. So I'm going to chain for this demonstration. I'm just gonna do like 10 stitches, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I'm going to start with the single stitch, right? In the single stitch, we're going to skip the first stitch, which is on the hook, right? And we're going to start with the second one. So what do? You place your hook inside the second stitch. You pull up a yarn, pull it out back, you see, yarn over and pull through. Place your hook inside the stitch, pull up a yarn, pull through, right? This is your hook inside the stitch, yeah? You pull up the yarn from inside the stitch, pull it out and yarn over, pull up, right? This is single stitch. In, pull up, yarn over, okay? Okay, I've reached the end of my chain, so I want to go to line 2, which we're going to do double crochets, right? So I'm going to chain 2, 1 2, turn over, then in the second stitch I'm going to yarn over, press it down the second stitch, pull up a yarn over for 2, yarn over for 2. Okay, I'm gonna yarn over inside the stitch, pull up a yarn over for 2, yarn over for 2, yarn over, place it inside the stitch, pull up a yarn. See, there's 3 now, right? So I'm gonna 2 2, yarn over under the stitch, pull up a yarn, right? I'm gonna yarn over for 2, yarn over for the other 2. Okay, I've reached the end of my demo line. So now, as you can see, I hope you can see the single stitch. This first one is very small. The double stitch tends to be longer, right? So now we're going to do the double half stitch, okay? So I'm going to chain 1, I turn over, then I'm going to yarn over inside the second stitch, pull up a yarn, and this time I'm gonna pull them all 3. Okay, I yarn over inside the stitch, pull up a yarn, and the 3 of them, right? This way it becomes a half double stitch. Yarn over the 3 of them, right? The 3 loops, and you're going to pull them all 3 together. Okay, yarn over first inside the stitch, pull up a yarn. You have 3, you pull them all together, yarn over that way, pull up again, yarn over, pull up, and just free. So that's how the 3 stitches look alike. You can see the single stitch, the double stitch, and the half. The single stitch tends to be the smallest. The double stitch is the big one, and the half double stitch is kind of pretty, which is really good for scarves and other stitches.